guys, welcome back to my channel. Before I get started, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all those good things. Also hit the notification bell to be notified every time I decide to upload a video. If you guys don't know, I upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if you go over to my blog website, you know I upload every Wednesday. So, today I'm going to talk about 20 habits that I feel like happy couples have. And I came up with this because I know some of us wondering, okay, they've been together for 13, they've been together for 13, 14 years, and you be wondering, like, how they been together so long. Well, I'm here to tell you how, okay? And for me personally, I want to find someone I could be with for like 50 plus years. Speaking of that, the reason why I really want to do this video is because my parents' anniversary is on the 21st. And they have been together, they've been married for 23 years. But they've been together for 30 some odd years. So, it's just crazy the fact that you could be with someone for so long. So, I'm going to tell you guys how. The first thing I want to tell you guys is sometimes you have to make time for one another. And for something to blossom, you have to put time and effort into it. So that's just one thing. We all know that. Even when it comes to just a friendship or even just becoming into a relationship, you have to put time and effort into it. And when I say time and effort at the beginning, this time and effort had to be throughout, okay? Don't just say, hey, we married, but then you stop. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have to keep going. And to me, this is my biggest thing. Like, I don't care if you're mad at each other. I don't care. I don't care if you guys just had the biggest disagreement on earth. Always kiss each other goodnight, okay? I don't care if it's just a little small kiss. I don't care if it's a deep kiss. Just kiss each other goodnight, because sometimes you don't know if you're going to wake up with that person the next morning. So, me not trying to be so negative, just try to kiss that person the night before, okay? And don't don't go to bed mad. That's the worst thing you could do. Now, I am guilty of this. I don't care if it's a friendship or a relationship. If I'm mad at that person, I won't talk to them. I hold grudges. Sometimes it depends on what it is. And I just disappear. I just shut down. And sometimes I don't sleep because it's like, bro, how can I fix this? But when the next day comes, you know, the only thing you had to do was to, like, have a conversation. That's all you had to do. Another thing I would like to tell you guys to do that I hate is, I'm not going to say hate, but I hate when someone started, but they stopped doing it. Tell that person you're with that you love them daily. Okay, we understand. You might get the gist that we might understand that we love each other. We understand that. But sometimes it don't hurt for you to tell that person, hey, I love you. And don't be petty like me, because I feel like if you don't tell me, I'm not going to tell you. But if I feel like I'm telling you most, I'm going to stop. And I know that's the most pettiest thing ever, but I feel like if I'm the only one saying it, it feels to me like it's one-sided, like you don't feel the way you used to. That's how I feel. You get what I'm saying? Oh, that's how I think. And this lead into my next one. Communicate how you feel. Communicate that if you feel like it's something they did and you don't like it, tell them. If they get mad or they try to throw it back in your face, they tell you right there they really didn't care. And I feel like sometimes when I go at people, it's how I deliver stuff to make people not, to make people kind of like bag away. Like, it could have been a different way you said that. But to me, at that moment in time, I put out my anger. If I feel like a certain way about a situation, or I feel a lot of passion about a situation, and I feel like that person don't really understand where I'm coming from, then I feel like I uh I try to force that person to understand when I could have just sat them down and explained how I really felt. But if you want to be a happy couple, always explain how you feel. Even if you think that the next person is going to be upset, mad at you, just tell them. You get what I'm saying? Like, you never know. Maybe they feel the same way you do. Learn each other's love language. And I have a video coming up about love language. I'm not sure when I'm deciding to put it out, but make sure you be on the lookout for that. Um, and if you already like watched the love language and you just came back to watch this video, then you'll understand why I say you need to learn how to learn each other's love language. And by love language, I mean if you both like to cuddle, if you both like to watch movies, if you both like to watch, if you both like to walk long walks in the park, on the beach, whatever, just learn each other's love language, what they like to do. You get what I'm saying? Like, spruce it up. In other words, have date nights. And sometimes we let life get in the way and we get busy. We have kids. We have the marriage, the honeymoon phase, and then we come back from honeymoon. Then we're thrown into life where we have to go to work. Kids got to go to school. We have to do homework. We have to do extra work that we bring home from work. Come on, I know most of you guys don't leave your work at work, because I know I don't. And plus, I have my own little side hustle, little business I'm trying to get back up and running too. So it's like when I'm done with work, I go right back to work because I want to invest into myself. So when I get into a full committed relationship where me and this person have a family together, then I have to learn how to split my time. Not only split my time with the kids that I have. Mind you guys, I want 2 kids and an adult one, but then you have to think about, like, okay, if you're going to be a working mom, you have to understand the next person. Like, you have to make them included. Like, you just can't leave them out. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you want a big family, but you still trying to have that career, you still trying to have that entrepreneurship and all this stuff, you have to understand that sometimes you have to put stuff that's not really that important. You can't put it over your family time. You get what I'm saying? I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Which, in other words, I'm trying to tell you guys, make sacrifices. Now, some of us, we do work long hours. We do work 16 hours, 24 hours. And sometimes we do have to go out of town on trips. But you also have to understand that even if you do have kids, you have to understand sometimes you and your significant other have to bring fire back into the relationship. So those little weekend dates or those little weekend giveaways, or every Friday you want to have a little date night, then those come in handy and keep the relationship fresh. It's something to look forward to. Now, if your significant other is canceling your date nights, then that's when you need to communicate how you feel about that. Because honestly, when I do have a relationship like that with kids and everything, I do want to have date nights. I do want to get away and enjoy my significant other. Because I know sometimes we get too busy to where we put all our time and attention into one thing and we just put our significant other on the back burner. Not saying we forget about them. We just put our relationship on hold and make sure our kids are good. And sometimes that can make a wedge into your relationship where you guys stop communicating. You guys stop telling each other you love each other and all this stuff. Sometimes at night people put their kids to bed early and they just make like movie night. They have a time where it's just check-in times. And when I was in a relationship, and I feel like I'm gonna have to bring this back because sometimes I feel like you have to have those check-in moments, like those check-up moments. Like, we have to check up and see where we're at in our relationship. Are we still on the same page? Are we still as one, if that makes sense? um but also, even though we are in a relationship, we don't want to be up under each other 24/7. I know sometimes we have jobs and we have kids, but then sometimes people just want to go hang out with their friends. You got to understand, if, let's just say, you had this person who always hung out with their friends, and then all of a sudden they can't hang out with them because they always up under you. To me, one of you guys are going to suffer. Either going to be your friendship going to suffer, or your relationship going to suffer. And that's up to you to decide which one is more important. If you want to divide your time within your friendship and relationship, you guys need to separate, have space for each other, especially in a relationship. Give yourself time to miss each other, okay? Don't be suffocating. Because I feel like about 85% of the relationship really break up because they feel suffocated. Especially when you get a divorce and you look back over your time. When did I really get them time? Maybe this the reason why, because I was always clinging, or I never gave him time to himself. I always pushed him and pushed him until I just pushed him out of relationship with me. So sometimes you have to give that person time. You get what I'm saying? Um, and when you come back together, you have to learn how to laugh together. You get what I'm saying? Um, and then this is a big one, because I feel like we get around our friends, we get around our family, and our family whispering in our ear, and our friends whispering in our ear about that person, and then you have the person you're in a relationship, family whispering in their ear, but you always have to remember to have each other back. Especially if you're in a relationship. Start when you're in a relationship. So when you get married, it comes natural. You always have to have the person back who you are in a relationship with. Never let anyone know that it's a crack in your home front or your home front foundation. Because I promise you, you have that friend just waiting to pounce on him or her when everything just crumbling in. You get what I'm saying? Like, stay focused on each other. Never let anyone know you're going against your relationship. And never let anyone know, hey, I don't really like her because of this. Or if your friend talking about your significant other, have their back. You get what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you have to pick and choose your battles. And another thing, when you're in a relationship and you are having a disagreement, start raising your voice, please. You get what I'm saying? And I remember when I was in high school, and I was in a relationship with somebody. We fought all the time, to the point to where one day I just fell sick. Like, we screamed at each other every day. We weren't sleeping. We wasn't barely eating. We weren't talking to each other. It was just horrible. How they thought. But what was I? Yeah, we wasn't talking, eating, none of this stuff. And when we was around each other, it was the fact that we just looked at each other. We knew something was wrong, but it was always the fact that did no one want to take responsibility. And yeah. But one day I just woke up and I'm like, why? What's the point? Like, me fussing at her or arguing with her or me arguing with him, and it wasn't where it's supposed to be. Like, we didn't get anywhere because we was arguing with each other. We wasn't talking with each other. We was talking to each other, and it was just a bad situation. But now I feel like I done got to the point to where I'm so sarcastic in the mouth that I'm so, like, I'm stubborn, and I have a sharp tongue sometimes to where I don't care, but then I sit back and like, bruh, where is this getting me? Like, I feel strong and I should let them know, but I feel like I should let them know in a way that I won't, in a way where I won't make them feel, um, make them feel any kind of way. You get what I'm saying? Because through everything, I still want my relationship. But when I feel like strong about something, they not understanding where I'm coming from, then I feel like it's time for me to like just come, like split ways and just just go on by my business. You get what I'm saying? And if you want your relationship to be you, hold that thought. Okay, listen. I'm hurry up and get through with this, so we can get through this, and I won't be disturbed by another call. Okay. But always remember to find a way that fits you, where you can work through your problems, and if that works for you, then let it work for you. And I'm not telling you to go out and have a family member come in or anybody else come in into your relationship to make it work. You get what I'm saying? Like, leave your family out of it. Um, but we always have to remember, just listen. That's all it takes for somebody. Just listen. Listen to what they got to say. Sometimes what they say is not big, but then you have to think about if they bring it to your attention, then it's big to them. You get what I'm saying? Um, and this is one of my pet peeves besides lying and cheating. Another of one of my biggest pet peeves is comparing. Stop comparing your relationship with anybody else's relationship. Cause honestly, everybody's relationship is not the same. And if you start comparing your relationship to somebody else's relationship, I promise you, I promise you your relationship gonna fail. Because I know somebody who, well, I know two couples who compare their relationship. But the thing about it is, you really can't compare the relationship because one of you a married couple and the other one is like an on and off again relationship. A baby mama, baby daddy relationship. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's two different things. And I say it's two different things because if you're married, you just can't say, look, I quit and leave. Because I promise you, if you leave, and this is me speaking from a promise you point, a point in my relationship. I feel like if we are married and you walk out that door talking about you want to separate or you want to time apart or we just need to take time apart and work on ourselves, I promise you, don't step back in my house. And I don't care if we have kids together. I don't care if we have a business together. I don't care. At that point in time when you leave, to me, when you say that, it's like, I'm getting a divorce. I hate saying that D word because, for one, I don't believe in divorce. And I feel like if you take all your might and power and you walk out that door, I promise you don't come back. Because to me, it's like you just gave up on the relationship and didn't even want to try. And to me, that's like a slap in my face because I'm trying to make something work. So, and then in a relationship per se, you can just walk out and be done. You ain't got to worry about spending extra money to get divorces, paying for lawyer fees. You ain't got to do none of that. And honestly, I'm at the point already where I'm tired of paying lawyers. Okay? I'm thinking about just sitting back, becoming a lawyer myself. Because if you guys know, I had trouble trying to get out of all these court visits, all of these drug um drug dealings I did. I had to go. Let me tell you something. I had one of these lawyers where it wasn't just a wank or dank $150. You get what I'm saying? Every visit, because honestly, I had and still do have a high paying lawyer to where every visit I take is anywhere from $300 to $500. And if I have to go to court, it's a different cost. You get what I'm saying? Like, divorce is not cheap. Lawyer fees are definitely not cheap. But so I feel like people should think about marriage and all this stuff before you get into it. Um, but sometimes I feel like you have to be spontaneous, and I feel like that's the reason why these happy couples and these relationships last so long, because they are spontaneous. They don't do the same thing over and over and over. Sometimes you have to take turns to doing something you guys wouldn't normally do. And I feel like this is the time where you start working on your bucket list. You get what I'm saying? Like, I have a long bucket list, and majority of my bucket list consists of me going to different countries. And I don't care if I've been to that country, I want to go back to that country. You get what I'm saying? Like, it consists of me jumping out airplanes, jumping out bridges. It consists of me doing swimming with sharks, and going it consists of me doing crazy stuff I would normally do. Get what I'm saying? Be spontaneous. Um and all that stuff. And like I said earlier, stop getting people involved into your relationship. I know some of us get in a relationship to where you get in that standpoint where you just feel like it's nothing else you could do. The relationship is at a standstill. You guys hit rock bottom. Well, not really rock bottom. You guys hit rock bottom in a conversation that you don't know which way to go in. So you're like, okay, where do I go from here? How do I fix it? And then sometimes we do ask our friends. Sometimes our friend can be like a little on our side too much. But then I feel like I am so grateful because I got a friend who she gonna tell you if you're right or wrong. If she feel like you wrong, she gonna stand on 10 toes and tell you you are wrong. I have your back, but this time I wouldn't be a friend if I told you that you're right, because I feel like you are wrong and you need to go apologize. And I listen to things like that. Now, if my friend was the type that always had my back, but then she tell me, you need to break up with her, you need to break up with him because he ain't no good, but then come to find out she ain't even in a relationship. Why you ain't in a relationship, but you can give me relationship advice? That don't make sense. Um, I do have a best friend. She's married now, so it's like every relationship problem that I have, I feel like if I feel like I can't handle it on my own, I do talk to her about it. She do give me advice, but advice and telling you exactly what to do is two different things. She give me advice on how she will handle it, how she will go by it, but she don't just tell me, hey, you need to do this, 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 this. But if I said something out of the way to my significant other and she felt like I was wrong, it is sometimes what she'll say, you wrong, go apologize, make it up, you owe them. So then I'm like, okay, I take back and I'm like, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I should have said it a different way. Maybe, you get what I'm saying? Like, some advice like that I would take. But if they just tell you break up and all this stuff, for what, bruh? We just got back together. What we breaking up for? So, to me, it's like pick and choose the advice you take from them. Um, get the advice to what they would do. But don't let them negotiate or navigate your relationship, if that makes sense. And like I said, have what you check with them throughout the day. Sometimes most people look at that as being clingy. I'm the type of person where I really don't text people like that. And when I'm in a relationship with somebody, I really don't like nagging people like that, because most people get in a relationship with me and be like, so what? You ain't gonna ask me why? You ain't gonna ask me what I did today. You you ain't even worried about if another female talk to me. I feel like this. If it get to a point to where another female had the opportunity to get your attention, that means I didn't have your attention to begin with. That's the way I feel. And just like females be wanting to fight over these dudes, bruh. I feel like he put you in the position to fight for him, then, or basically to fight over him, then he already made his choice. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like somebody, if they really love you like they say they do, they won't put you in a position where you can harm yourself or endanger yourself in any kind of way. You get what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't be no question in a relationship if they really care about you like that, if that makes sense. And I'm the type of person who like to check out how their day was, how they feeling. I sometimes send like good morning texts, good night texts. I used to do a lot, but I slacked up on it. But just check up on that person. Sometimes we don't do that. Sometimes it might slip our mind, but you have to choose what's more important. Um, and another thing I want to say, we get busy in life to the fact that we sometimes we don't check up on that person. Sometimes we don't understand that that person have sex. Okay, we're gonna try this one more time. If your phone ring again, then I'm not coming back. I'm sorry. But sometimes we have to make time to have intimacy. I mean, we got to make time to have like sexual needs. We got to make time to just spend time with each other. Because in your relationship, if you don't have like that chemistry, that chemistry that you need to have with that person, and sexually, physically, emotionally, then maybe it's not the relationship for you. And I feel like we should always, and this is the last thing I'm going to say, I feel like we should always set goals, and I'm not just saying individually goals, I'm talking about family goals, relationship goals within the relationship with a person. Um, Planning trips, what you want to do in the next 5 years, what you want to do in the next 10 years, next 15 years, next 20 years. Have goals, something you can look forward to. I know this video is probably a lot of stop and go. I am like so sorry, you guys. Hopefully this video is not a chop and screw where I have to like, I am so sorry, you guys. But I guess when you tell people you are back home, I guess they want to call and check on you. But I don't know. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the time we have to sit down and talk to each other. Let me know in the comments of anything else you guys want me to talk about. I know it's been a whole week and I haven't really uploaded anything because I really haven't started editing anything. But today while I'm washing and doing all that good stuff, and I'm going to edit. That is what I'm going to do. While I'm putting clothes in the wash, I'm be listening to my videos where I can edit them because I need to. But that's all I have for you guys today. Make sure you guys have a great day. Do not let anybody destroy the mood that you are in right now. Get what I'm saying? Now, if it's a bad mood, somebody trying to make you happy, that is different. But if you're in a great mood, you woke up feeling happy, don't let no one take that joy away from you. But like everything else that's good, it has to come to an end. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.